Good evening, good morning, and wherever you're watching us from, welcome to Kimboy TV. I am Kare Kimboy, and I have been your host on this series for Where is Judas? We started out by looking for Judas, who unfortunately was found dead hanging from a tree after committing suicide. You have been following the story, and we have had enough guests just to tell us the journey of how it all started. And today we end on a different note because this is our season finale on the story we have been doing about Judas, but eventually it has ended up being about Jesus. We heard from Peter, the disciple, and the wife of Judas Iscariot, and today we have actually been invited to the home of a very unlikely person. Yes, Joseph of Arimathea. If you do not know, if this name does not ring a bell, well, stay tuned in and find out who is this Joseph of Arimathea that we are talking about. Welcome.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate the opportunity. Yes, just call me Joseph. Oh, where I was born. Joseph Arimathea. So, yeah, born and bred. But I spent most of my adult life in Jerusalem for business. And also I have a passion for the law. I am a member of the Sanhedrin and the court. Yeah, that's all about myself. Family man. Yeah. Jesus, at first news started coming in. There was some rumors that there was a man from Nazareth who was just doing crazy things. And of course, the first thing you think is Nazareth, really. But later on, some of these rumors were confirmed. I personally met some of the people who he had apparently healed. And after a while, when you keenly listen to what his teachings were, he really had an influence. If you look at what he did with the 12 disciples, these were a ragtag group of people who, just ordinary. And, after a while, they were really fearless. So, there was a lot of discussions in the Sanhedrin court about what he was doing and the kind of influence he was having around Jerusalem. And after a while, I personally decided to just really consider this as something to investigate further. And so I did, and I now can say, back then it wasn't easy to say, but I really believe in Jesus. His works, the testimony of the people he touched, and his claim to be the Messiah. I believed and followed him secretly. Yeah, at first, of course, as I said, it was just really from the rumors and all that. But I would sneak out in the evening and just listen to him and, hang out with the disciples and hear, learn, and just, take in as much as I could. Of course, this I couldn't do this in public. My position and my status wouldn't allow. That's preposterous. To think that I would steal his body or conspire with the disciples. Absolutely not. You have to understand the context of the day. According to the Mosaic law, if anyone who was executed on a cross, their body was not supposed to, be on the cross till evening, or at least until sunset. And so, because he was executed in the afternoon, and the Sabbath was beginning at 6, I thought he deserved a proper burial. And if not for anything else, this was the first time for me to actually prove or show what my faith is worth. And so I decided to put everything on the line. My reputation as a member of the Sanhedrin Council, my reputation as a businessman in Jerusalem, and as well as, just general status of society, and just say, yes, I would like to give this man a decent burial, even though he died the most shameful of deaths. No, I want to take his body and give him a decent burial. And so that really is the basis of it all, because I believe in him and I believe in his teachings. I thought he really deserved a decent burial. And I should say, it was a big risk, other than my reputation and all that I would lose. Going into the Sabbath, you would need to be ceremonially clean, and touching a corpse meant that I would risk, uncleanliness into the Sabbath. And so there was a lot at stake. But if you ask me, I think for once we need to show what we stand for as our faith. And so, yeah, it wasn't as conspiracy to steal his body or anything. It was just really born out of respect for the man that I followed. The resurrection, wow. Now, where do we even start? This has never happened. This has never happened. I mean, rising from the dead. At first, when the news came in, it wasn't believable, because at first they say the first eyewitnesses were women. But later on, more and more people came, and they had seen him, and they had seen wounds, and they had seen the wounds of where we nailed him on the cross, and his feet and all that. My goodness, so exciting, especially as a believer, as a follower of Jesus. He proved them wrong. He said, destroy this temple and I'll raise it in 3 days, and we never got it. I personally spent so many nights just, thinking about that. I mean, we spent years just building the temple, and it was just this majestic thing that nothing else could match. And this guy was saying, destroy it and I'll build it in 3 days. So he was really talking about himself. So, wow, mind-blowing news. Trended for days. I still shiver to just think he actually rose from the dead, because there are witnesses who have met him. I as I've also, seen and touched. So I'm not just saying something that I have heard. He really did rise from the dead. And so, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. It's just mind-blowing to consider.
You have heard it for yourself from the horse's mouth. Unfortunately, we could not reach Jesus for comment because he has already ascended into heaven. But I believe this Easter series has been an eye-opener for you, as it has been for me. This has been your host, Kari Kimboy on Kimboy TV, and join us next time for more series. Bye-bye.